In 2023, the FSCA issues a warning to the public against a gentleman and an unregistered company. 2 years after the investigation, the FSCA released a statement in where they got debarred for 5 years and got an administrative penalty for 1.18 million. Today, we're going to take a look at a gentleman called Petrus Rasmus Erasmus, and the story about how he got 1.18 million to be paid back to the FSCA. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Before we continue, I want to thank our lovely sponsor, that is Fund Your FX. Now, Fund Your FX is an award-winning prop firm that started in 2021, specializing in instant funder accounts. Now, in order to stand a chance to win, all you have to do is make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Right now, if you are looking for a bigger prop firm account, you can check out the link in the description box below for their 2-phase, 1-phase, and instant funder accounts as well. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Now let's get straight into the information. In 2023, exactly 22nd of November, FSCA issues a public warning saying that the FSCA warns the public to act with caution when conducting financial services business with FX Squad, which is not a registered company, and Mr. Petrus Erasmus, known as Pierre Erasmus, together referred to as the investigated parties. The FSCA received information that the investigated parties offered to trade in Forex on behalf of members of the public. The FSCA suspect that the investigated parties may be conducting unregistered financial services or the business of bank by taking deposits from members of the public. The investigated parties are not authorized to render any financial advice and or intermediary services in terms of the FASE Act number 37 of 2002. The investigated parties are also not registered as banks in terms of the Bank Act. The FSCA is currently conducting an investigation in respect of the investigated parties. The purpose of the investigation is to establish whether the investigated parties are conducting unregistered financial services businesses or businesses of a bank. The investigation is ongoing, and the FSCA, as always, encourages the public to always make sure. Right now, this was published the 22nd of November in 2023. 2025, exactly yesterday, the FSCA comes out and they release another statement, because remember, they've obviously had to complete their investigation first. Almost 2 years later, the FSCA comes out and says that the FSCA debars and impose an administrative penalty on Mr. Petrus Rasmus Erasmus. It says here the financial sector the FSCA has debarred Mr. Erasmus for a period of 5 years. Now, the process of being debarred refers to the fact that he can no longer work or provide any financial services for the next 5 years. He's been debarred from rendering any financial related services for the next 5 years, and impose an administrative penalty of 1.18 million. Administrative penalty makes a direct reference to a direct law or regulations that was not followed, that got broken, right? So you didn't follow the actual regulations in terms of getting a license in order to act like a bank. He basically just continued with what it is that he wanted to do, right? It says here the evidence collected during the investigation show that Erasmus offered and acted as a financial services provider without being authorized to do so. Amongst other things, Erasmus collected funds from members of the public, clients, and utilized those funds to trade in contract for differences. Now, the first thing that we need to look at here very quickly is the fact that he took money from people. That's the first thing. Now, we know that in many cases, we see that all over Instagram as well, people, where they basically tell you to, those pool accounts, and I will flip this for you into that for you. This is kind of what went on there, right? It says here, during his trading activities, Erasmus incurred substantial losses. Now, this is the important part. It says here, furthermore, Erasmus furnished financial advice to his clients by providing them with trading signals, and based on the advice that he gave them, the clients incurred losses. Now, I can give you an entire list of names that are doing that right now as well. A list of people that I can prove beyond reasonable doubt that are doing the exact same thing, and people are struggling, people are losing money as a result of this also. So it's kind of like the same thing. But one thing that you guys must keep in mind over here is that the FSCA conducted this investigation over a period of almost 2 years, because they started the investigation in 2023 and the statement was released in 2025. Now it says here that the FSCA found that Mr. Erasmus contravened Section 7 of the FASE Act number 37 of 2002, which is the one that we just spoken about. It says here the FSCA reiterates that the practice of providing trading signals amount to financial advice, and such activity requires an FSP license in terms of the FASE Act. I will repeat that again for those of you who think it's a joke. The FSCA reiterates that the practice of providing signals amounts to financial advice, and such members requires a license in terms of the FASE Act, Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services Act. Members of the public always check that an entity, an individual is registered by the FSCA, and you can do that by heading over to the FSCA's website, asking the business or the signal provider for an FSP number. But I will give you guys a little bit of insight in terms of why people don't really care, right? And why these things, not a lot of it is that there's not a lot going to happen with a lot of these people, because you know why? People are also just in it for the money. Think of it in this way: people will only do the right thing when something wrong is happening to them. If you join a signal group, right, and you're not making any money in there, clearly you're going to be of the opinion that I'm going to report this person because he's not filling the obligations that I expected, right? But if those signals are hitting and you're just having the time of your life, we both know that you're not going to do anything about it, because clearly you are making the money, and for that reason you become part of the problem. Now, just when you start losing money, now all of a sudden you want to report people to the FSCA as well. The right thing to do, guys, look, at the end of the day, you are helping yourself by holding these guys liable as well. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The more people who come forward to report these clowns or these scammers to the FSCA, the less people we have to deal with, and the more genuine people we can actually deal with. Think of it in this way: wouldn't it be nice if you can actually, join a signal service based on what they're telling you, and if they're lying to you, they are liable to pay back your money? Don't you want that? Would you rather want someone that is going to tell you, I do not offer refunds and there's nothing you can do to me? What would you like? If you want that, then the guy that is currently sending you signals, encourage him to get a license. Surely you should be able to get a license. It's not that expensive. He just needs to be able to prove that he can maintain. He's got operational ability, financial soundness, that he's got that he can be honest and act with integrity. He's got the requirements in terms of educational levels there as well. But that is it, guys. I want to say thank you so much for your time, and don't forget of the accounts that I give away. Give away 2. Like I said, I've tried to increase. Maybe I can give away 3 this week. Once again, thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for the years.